time for another van vlog, Venerdi I. That's where I get a random topic, I look at it, I haven't seen it yet, I think about it for a couple of minutes, and then I just start to spout things off. And you can see me make mistakes and make a fool out of myself and stumble to find words. So let me give you the topic and I'll be back in just a few moments here. If you could be a member of any TV sitcom family, which would it be? All right, I'll be back in just a few moments. All right, so I was able to think about it for a few moments, and I don't know if I have an answer or not. This is a very difficult one because obviously I grew up watching TV in the 90s and so on and so forth, and the first thing that came to my mind was I wanted to be like Dr. Huxtable off The Cosby Show. But of course, we all know where that leads to, and nobody really wants to hear that, but I'm not talking about the actor who played the character, I'm talking about the character himself. You're talking about a well-educated person who had raised a family or was raising a family in the show, had good morals, and I'm not going to the actor's part again, but just basically had a good all-around virtues and taught good lessons to everyone and cared about his family. But then I thought, you know, I also like I remember Perfect Strangers, and I remember Balky off of Perfect Strangers, and just like how he was a genuine character. He never strayed away from what he valued, and he cared for other people, and he was a hard worker, and he understood because he came from, oh my goodness, I can't remember the country he came from, but he appreciated things in life. Things that most of us take for granted. He appreciated them, but he was always willing to give his all to other people. And I think that kind of reflects kind of what I want in life is, you know, I'm not saying I give my all to other people, but I want to strive to try to do that. And it wasn't, and more most, and I guess he kind of represents how America or the Western civilization, I guess in a way, has kind of like tainted people, and where most people would be selfish and hold on to what they have and not want to share with others, he is willing to share with others and go above and beyond for others, and he's kind of looked at like as a goofball because of it, but at the same time, I don't think you'd find somebody that regularly has that depth of character. And I also kind of thought about like Urkel, because Urkel, you know, he was, you know, very intelligent and even made that character, was it Stefano, or Stevo? I can't remember, but who was that cool suave guy. So you kind of knew, like, deep down inside, he had that ability to basically be like, hey, I'm gonna like throw the hammer down. And I can be, I'm not saying Steve, or the alter ego, who's that really cool guy that all the people loved, was ever mean, but like it kind of represented the fact that you know, some of these guys out there who you take as meek and mild, if they really wanted to, they could, you know, use their intelligence against you if they were evil. And he's not evil, but like the point being is he could be a lot more powerful than what he is. And or from a, I shouldn't put it that way because I think intelligence is power, but I think he could use his intelligence in a way that would bring him a lot more, I guess, earthly satisfaction. I don't know. I don't know if I'm saying that the right way or not, but the point being is he also had, you know, great character, and while people made fun of him, he never strayed away from what he believed to be true, and he was that person despite, you know, everybody making fun of him and kind of giving him a hard time. And he had a really good heart. And I just keep on thinking. And then I think of like things like like Noel and I, we like to watch Kimmy Schmidt. And I burped, I'm sorry. And I love Kimmy Schmidt. You know, she's another character who's been through so much and has so much reason to hate the world, yet doesn't, and cares for others constantly and always puts others before herself. And so I think I kind of like these characters out there that are always putting others before themselves, and that are selfless, and all of these characters, I mean, I'm not certain that this applies to Dr. Huxtable, but a lot of these characters that I like have a reason to hate the world, yet they don't hate the world. And it's like the message I try to put out in this channel is positivity. And I think that it's very important that you can remain positive even when you don't have a reason to remain positive, because I think that's where true positivity comes from. I think it's real easy for people to say, hey, everything's going great and my life is wonderful. And I'm going to move this camera slightly. And my life is wonderful. So I'm going to be positive. But I don't know if that really stretches your ability to be positive. It really makes you dig deep down inside. And I see a lot of these characters, it's like on a constant basis Screech from Saved by the Bell, who once again always put people first. Even like Zach, and who I think Zach kind of used him a lot too. And I mean, but I'm glad that they were friends. But he had, all of them, they're just always have every reason, and they're the last people in the world you would think that would be positive, but yet they are. And I think I can speak from somewhat personal experience, especially if you listen to what Noel and I talked about how we got Gwendolyn came to be, and we'll have more stories too. But like, I think if you can find a way to be positive even when people are making fun of you, and I've kind of talked about that in other videos too, I think that's true character there. And I like that, and I want my channel to be about that. I don't want to just say, hey, everything's going great right now. And I want to share with y'all when things are going great, but I also want to share with you when things are not going so great, and share with you like, hey, this is a way I found to be a positive. I'm probably gonna make a video this weekend about drones and why I want to get one, and why I'm not gonna get one, and how I lost a drone in a tree. Positive to that is it was a cheap drone, didn't cost me that much, and obviously I learned a good lesson from it, because if it had been like a $500 drone, then it would be a completely other scenario. So I'm always trying to find a positive side to things, and I'm always trying to smile. And I just think that's what I like a lot about these characters that I look up to, is they're always trying to find a way to smile and be positive. Because I think you can choose to be, my dad, he's always telling me that you can get happy in the same boat that you got mad in or sad in. And a lot of times it's just a way of thinking, that you can choose to be happy if you try to be happy. I'm not trying to say that applies in all scenarios. Like, if your dog dies or something, I'm not expecting you to be like happy about it, but on a day-to-day basis, it's like you can go about hating the world and finding excuses to be negative, or you can choose, you can choose to be positive. Anyways, for some reason I didn't find my timer going off, but I'm looking at the clock here. I just want to say my time is up, and I think that's a good thing to end on there. Choose to be positive. And once again, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment down below. What are some things that you can choose to be positive about? And hit that bell button, and so you know when the other videos come out. So thank you so much, and I hope everyone out there has the most amazing day.